everyone, and welcome to our Christmas Cheer Collection release. Do you hear the bells just a-tolling out there for the Christmas season? It is just an awesome kit that'll take you way back. Santa's riding in his station wagon. Man, and we all know the station wagon. We were all there. We all rode in them. They were the minivan before the minivan. So this is a great retro Christmas collection that you are going to love creating with. It brings back so many warm memories. There are so many, I don't know about you guys, but I have lots of warmer memories about Christmases past. Just nostalgia, I guess. We probably rewrite history a little bit in our heads, but this is our collection. All 5 coordinated products come in this bundled kit, if that's how you would like to purchase it. Obviously, you can purchase them individually, but if you buy them as the bundle, you will save yourself 20% versus buying them individually. And in the upcoming video, I'll show you absolutely everything that is in each of these items. So let's go in and have a peek here at what this has to offer you. So as you're going to see, there it is in the 50s style. You see the lettering, the shapes, the colors, everything, but it's Christmas. So like I said, it really does evoke that feeling of Christmas past, of those early years possibly for you, of Christmases, where you have the candy canes like this, you have the checks. Patterns were a little simpler back then, and we really wanted to capture that spirit. It's the same thing with Jingle All the Way, Santa, and the whole feel of the kit. You're going to see that come through. Fabulous, fabulous colors. It's nice and bright and bold and cheerful, which is really what Christmas is about, isn't it? But you get fabulous items in here, like check out this background paper. What a terrific back. And you'll see it in these few colors as well, so that way, whatever way you wanted to create, whatever the color palette that you saw creating with, you can easily create with those. You'll know you'll have that paper in the color that you're looking for. Great plaids in here as well, that warm feeling that it gives you. The presents, obviously, a little more presents today than there was in days past. The snowfall. For those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, obviously, snow is a big component for at Christmas time. We all love to have Christmas with snow. And here's the squares. Again, really feels like the 50s, doesn't it? Just the whole feel of it with those colors, those shapes, everything else. It really hits the mark in terms of that. All of the background papers are fully utilizable with different, like, more complicated patterns and simpler ones, and we hope that you saw a couple in there that really inspired you. The borders, fabulous items to use. If you haven't used borders before, there's a good challenge for you. Really utilize them as something to highlight. As you can see, it's fairly detailed. So you'd use it kind of like a ribbon, but it's a lot more detailed. Here's another one as well, a lot more detailed. So that way you can use it as a main band throughout your layout or your card. You can place them, you can just obviously turn it and you can make it vertical as well for you. So there's a few other options for you. Here's the light bulbs with that great star shape, that snowflakey star shape. Really sets off those Christmas bulbs. With the filament inside, boy, doesn't that take us back. No LEDs in this kit. Not for the feeling that we're going with. There's the buttons. All the holes are a little off center. You know how it was. They were experimenting in the 50s. They were moving out of that traditional kind of locked in kind of feeling that was before. The camper. Season's greetings. Now, for those of you that are in a little warmer climate, how great is this, right? This is going to be a fabulous kit for you. Candy canes, frames, obviously. Photos for Christmas are, boy, those go together like turkey and stuffing now, don't they? So there's more detailed ones. There's simpler ones for you depending on what you're looking for. A nice holly leaf that allows you to embellish anything that you would like to embellish. Journal mats. It's Christmas time. Obviously, there is so much to say during Christmas. There's so many memories you want to retain as the years go by. So make sure and utilize these in order to capture them. They're also fantastic in your card. You're going to see actually an idea that I used for my card, and I used one of these journal mats for it, and I'll go through that at the end as to how I used it. But it makes a great spot in order to say something else. Maybe it's just me that's long-winded. I don't know, but I know there's a few other people out there that I run into too. These are great for that stuff, so that way it just gives you so much more inspiration and excitement in order to create. Journal strips, fabulous ideas where you have this bottom portion in order to actually personalize things. There's a lot of people, we understand that English is not your first language, or maybe we didn't say the things exactly that you wanted to say. So those allow you that creative freedom in order to give you the exact creation you wanted. The ornaments, Merry Days, there's those great 50s shapes again, same thing with that color and the way it blends together. Mary Fran really just captured it. I know so many of you liked our Peachy Keen collection that was our earlier 50s collection that was released about a month ago. And so we thought, well, let's move that forward and give it to you in the Christmas style as well. I know you'll enjoy this one too. There's the ribbons. Obviously, we've spoken about ribbons in previous videos. They are terrific to use, and give yourself that challenge to make sure and use them. There's our good old friend Santa. Obviously, we want to say a lot of nice things because Christmas hasn't technically happened yet this year for 2018. So we want to stay in the good books, right? There's Santa bringing his gifts to you if you are in those good books. Here is a fabulous Christmas sentiment that is use it just like you would a stamp. So this is a digital stamp. You can put that on any background paper, across any of your elements, anything like that. So this is opaque behind, so when you're creating digitally, obviously nothing shows up behind. And when you're using this and printing it, you place this over top of whatever you want, whether that's your background paper or whatever it is that you have, and print it as one item. So that way you've kind of layered two things on top of each other. Kind of like putting a stamp on an envelope, right? You put the stamp on and then you mail it. That stamp goes right on top of the face of the envelope. Away you go. Here's Santa in his station wagon. Now look at how happy he is. Maybe we should have station wagons back. Maybe Santa's trying to tell us something, or maybe Mary Fran's trying to tell us something. She's going to start a new trend maybe. The Christmas trees, again, what great shapes and the way they're embellished for a 50s style kit. Things like I said earlier, the 50s seemed like everybody was trying to explore and break out of that traditional mold, and they went to a little bit, simple shapes, nothing really out there. They still kept some tradition in them. Word labels, again, unembellished. We wanted to do something that was a little plainer because you don't always want the word label or whatever to detract from things that you're doing. So by having a plainer label, again, you can fill this in however, whatever you see is the proper and the absolute best saying or thought or words that you can put into here. But don't forget, you can also embellish these yourself if you want. If you thought, you know what, I really like the idea that they embellished some, but I had a different creative vision and I wanted to do it this way, don't hesitate to do that with these. There's all kinds of ideas that you have. Word strip of ho 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 and cool Yule. And we're back to the beginning. So that is all that's contained in the FQB. In our little bits, which is our additional elements pack, again, for those of you that are new, there's nothing duplicated in any of these 5 coordinated products. We see a lot of festivities with the arrows. Obviously, these are great to point to photos, point to sentiments, point to main elements, things like that. Arrows are great things to use. They add so much color and so much texture. You don't have to use a whole background paper or anything like that. You can get that using just the arrows. Jingle All the Way, we want you to have, again, creative freedom. You've seen those incorporated. Let's just go back here. Jingle All the Way and Noel you saw in background papers that were incorporated. So we want to give you the individual items as well so that away you go. You have creative abilities that you want to let shine in your creations, right? Here is Santa in a great border. Look at that. That is a great starting spot for layouts, mini albums, cards. This is a fabulous main element, and that's kind of the point of these, is it allows you to create so much easier. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Here's Santa doing his best in his trailer. So for all those, like I said, we certainly have weather at times that allows you to go camping at Christmas, and Santa has brought along his little mobile house because he has a lot of gifts to deliver. Santa, you know what, he needs a little break on that day, and that's why he brings it along. Santa Claus is coming to town. Great sentiments, traditional sentiments. Merry days to you. Some frame circles. Again, frames are fabulous items that you can embellish. You can put photos in. You can use it as main element attractors. There's lots of options with them. Labels, merry days to you. You make me jolly here, and some word strips in December 25th. Hopefully one of these as well is something that Oh, that's perfect. That's just what I wanted to say, and you can easily pop that into your creation and move through very quickly. So that is our little bits. Our 2 paper pack gives you so many more coordinated papers that are in the same styles as you've seen in the FQB, but you won't see these ones in those colors. Our 2 paper pack is the only place that you will get these papers in these colors. They're in the rest of the collection. There are no duplicates here. So it gives you so much more creative freedom. Christmas can be a kind of a long is probably the wrong word. Christmas can be that season that you can create a lot for, whether that's cards, scrapbook albums, whatever it is. So we want to make sure you have lots of creative ability and no duplicates for yourself. Here's our solids. As you can see, there's just a muted line pattern in there, so it does give it a little bit of interest, but it also is perfect for backing your elements when you're printing and cutting, or even digitally. Just having a small border around your elements just to make them pop a little bit. But this gives you the exact coordinated colors, so that way you do not ever have to worry about trying to find the exact right paper or color to try and do that with. We do all kind of, Mary Fran takes out all the hard work for you. And lastly, our alpha. How festive is this? The pattern in there with the stars, the diamond pattern in there, the red is such a nice cheerful color, so that way it really evokes the feeling of Christmas. You get capital letters, you get punctuation in here that allows you to spell out, if you want to say Merry Christmas, if you want to say Happy Christmas, because I know there is a few different connotations with Christmas and a few different phraseologies that people use. So you can easily spell that out, and you can have the personalization that you want. Maybe you want to spell out Feliz Navidad. Whatever it is, you have the alpha in order to complete that, and it be exactly the way you wanted it. And that, folks, is our Christmas cheer collection. So to give you a little bit of inspiration, if you haven't seen them already, here is our layout. So we would like to do a little bit of creative inspiration for you to give you some ideas as how it all goes together. Maybe you want to use this exactly as is and do what they call a scrap lift. So you actually reproduce it just exactly this, put in your own photos, and away you go. You may like the entire design of it all. But Mary Fran has utilized, you can see how everything blends so well. The colors of the red, the teals, and the blue, they all just go together so seamlessly, yet still give you that festive and joyous feeling to it. In the card, I went to a lighter version because I wanted to, for those of you that, okay, the layout had a little more of the blues in it. I wanted to go a little more of the lighter colors. Well, here we go into that. You can obviously see, it doesn't matter that it's a card. If you wanted to do a layout, you can obviously see, again, how the papers blend easily and well together. But in creating the card, all as I did is only glued down the tree a little ways, so that way I can tuck in this Jingle All the Way sentiment card. So here's a card that way when somebody gets it, they can slide that sentiment card out, and there it is. You're saying so much on there. You can have a very personalized message for each person, or maybe it's an invitation because you're having a Christmas gathering. Whatever it is, there is a great way to use one of those journal card or journal mats on a card. So thanks once again for tuning in. I am so glad that you stopped by to see this video, and I'm hoping that you'll take this time now to check out our store and pick up Christmas cheer for yourself. It is such a fun kit, and how different. We're always on the lookout for something different. Christmas obviously has lots of traditional things, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that. But if you are looking for something a little more whimsical, a little more fun, maybe there's, like I said, the nostalgia of it, maybe the people and recipients that you're making things for, or whether that be cards or scrapbook albums, things like that, maybe those people really have a nostalgia for that era, and here you go, you have the perfect collection to create for them. Thanks once again, but before you leave, please check out at the right-hand bottom of the screen here. You'll see our Nitwit Collections logo. Click on that to subscribe to our channel and be made aware of any time a new video comes out. Give us the thumbs up on the video if you like the video, and leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know if you like this one every bit as much as you like Peachy Keen, our original 50s kit that was not Christmas themed. And if you haven't seen that one yet, check that one out when you're in the store as well. Thanks once again, and we hope that you have a lot of Christmas cheer in your household.